He faced the spirit that devoured years in seconds. The desert road to Ngoro Pass was set to swallow time. Every few years, a traveler would emerge from its shimmering horizon. Older, with a beard grown wide, eyes hollow, and a voice that trembled with disbelief. They would say only one thing before collapsing. He never came. Tonight, the wind carried another wanderer. A tall man in a weathered cloak, his footsteps quiet, his scar pulsing faintly beneath the shoulder's torn fabric. The traveler. He had come to meet the spirit of delay. A being whose presence stretched moments into lifetimes. The villagers of nearby Koma had begged him to break the curse. Caravans lost. Lovers aged to dust on the road. Children turned old before their parents returned. The air was heavy, thick with heat and the echo of invisible laughter. Somewhere beyond the dunes, a figure waited, or didn't. The traveler stopped at the half-buried bones of a camel, whispering to the sand. Time is not a thief. It's a liar. The wind stilled. The air bent. The spirit of delay. At sunset, the sky burned red like a dying god's eye. The traveler found the milestone where the desert road split into two invisible paths. One real, one false. He knelt and pressed his palm to the earth. The sand was warm, but beneath it paused something older than dust. The heartbeat of waiting itself. He had seen the signs before. Footprints looping back on themselves. Broken clocks buried in dunes. And the faint shimmer of aged tears in the wind. Every traveler who walked this path felt it, the slow tightening of time's grip, a drag that turned hours into years. Behind him, a woman's voice called out. Stranger. Turn back. She was gaunt, wrapped in tattered cloth, her hair streaked white though her face was young. I was 16 when I stepped onto this road, she said, voice cracking. That was 2 days ago. The traveler studied her eyes. Time had hollowed them, but her soul still clung to the now. He feeds on expectation, he murmured. The more you wait, the more he drinks. The woman trembled. Then how do I stop waiting? He looked toward the horizon. You don't. You walk. Night fell fast. The dunes glowed faintly under the blue light of a swollen moon. The air thickened with the scent of rain that would never come. Then came the voice. Deep. Slow. Ancient. Traveler. You've kept me waiting. The sand erupted. A towering figure emerged, robes made of hourglasses, each filled with glowing sand. His face was a blur of shifting seasons, his hands translucent, dripping seconds like blood. The spirit of delay smiled, though his eyes were hollow voids. You came to defy me? The traveler bowed slightly. I came to remind you that time doesn't belong to gods who never arrive. The spirit chuckled, the sound like wind grinding bone. Mortals crave me. They build altars of waiting, waiting for love, for forgiveness, for miracles. I am patience turned poison. He gestured, and the woman screamed as her skin wrinkled, her hair turned silver, her breath became dust. Every heartbeat is a prayer to me, the spirit whispered. and every prayer adds a year. The traveler stepped forward, eyes fierce. Then let mine be the last. He tore the cloth from his shoulder, revealing the red, glowing scar, the rune of remembrance. It pulsed brighter, syncing with the ticking rhythm that filled the desert. You cannot delay what has already endured eternity, he said. The spirit's laughter fractured the sky. You think your name can outlast me? The traveler's hand pressed to the sand. The ground shook. The buried hourglasses shattered one by one, spilling light into the air. Frozen moments unfroze. The dunes began to move like waves. Every step they took still echoes, he said. You only borrowed their stillness. The spirit staggered. His robes of time unraveled, spilling centuries into the wind. The woman gasped, youth flickering back into her face as the glow of the hourglasses faded. The spirit's voice cracked, ancient pride dissolving into fear. Without me, mortals will rush, they will forget the beauty of waiting. The traveler's tone softened. There is beauty in patience, yes, but not in despair. He raised his hand, and the spirit's form scattered into dust, absorbed by the dawn wind. The dunes exhaled. The world moved again. When the sun rose, the woman stood alone at the edge of the desert. The traveler was gone, only footprints remained, leading into the horizon where light met sand. The milestone beside her bore new carvings. Walk forward. Even when he whispers. She turned, tears in her eyes, but this time they were warm, living tears. The road ahead shimmered, no longer a trap of endless stillness. Somewhere far away, the traveler moved through another realm, his scar dim again, his steps slow. He whispered to himself. Delay is the cruelest God, because he teaches us to wait for what we already have. Moral. Not every silence is peace. Some are prisons made of patience.